day, Internet, and welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host for the evening. My name is Advocate of Wordz. Happy Monday to everyone. Let us see the beautiful faces. Look at the beautiful faces, at least those who are brave enough at the moment to turn their cameras on. Everyone is still getting ready for Wednesday. Oh, Emily, I like your hat. We can't talk about it just yet. She is on the open mic later. We will hear from her. Right? I don't want to stress anyone too much, but I like the hat. All right. For 123 weeks in a row, we have had the Monday Night Online Open Mic every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube and on Twitter. If you would like to see any of our past open mics, you can check out our Facebook, our YouTube, and our Twitter. And if you happen to be watching us live on our Facebook, our YouTube, or our Twitter, and you'd like to join us on Zoom, the number is on the bottom, 279-995-364. We'd like to thank the National Endowment for the Arts, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust for sponsoring our free online events. You too can help support us with a tax-deductible donation by going to www.neweurekan.org/contribute, or you can hit us on the Cash App, $New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Tonight's theme, cats and feline sorts. Today is National Cat Day or something of that way. So, and I know, listen, we are not free of the plague of cat memes and cat videos. All right, everyone is suckers for cats. I know we like to talk about how we are poets and we are above all the fray of the common individual, but we are not. So that's tonight's theme. But if you are above the fray of cats, I don't think anyone really is. But if you haven't written a poem that is on theme and you still want to share tonight and you're on the open mic list, you are more than welcome to do so. Next week, I am very excited for our next theme, which is going to be favorite poem you've written. That's all I want to hear. I just want to hear your favorite poem that you have written with your own mind, your own imagination, your own fingers and stuff, right? And typing it out or writing it out. That's what we want to hear. After that, the week after that, the theme is Tooth Fairy, because it's National Tooth Fairy Day here in America. Every day is a national day of something. It's crazy. Anyway, you can see all of these themes coming up on the right-hand side. You can find all of that on my Instagram. I put it up on my Twitter sometimes. I also got a YouTube, so you can check me out at Advocate of Wordz. When you spell words, that's with a Z, because poetic license. Okay, let us get into it. Poets, please turn your camera on. We want to see your beautiful faces. We want to see how expressive you are when you're sharing your poetry. And most importantly, we want to know if you have cleaned up your living space. So, or maybe you're on the road. Some of our poets join us while they're on the road. So make sure, poets, when I call your name to perform, to turn your camera on, okay? Listen, if you got your side piece with you, tell them to go hide in the closet when you perform your poem. All right? And if that's uncomfortable, that's your own fault. You shouldn't have a side piece. Get your life together. All right, everyone, please have your poems ready. Whether you're going analog style, where you're reading it off a piece of paper, or you're going digital, you're reading it off the computer or your phone, whatever it may be, have the file open now so we can get to you in a timely manner, and we can get to everyone who's after you in a timely manner, because we are here for the poems. That is what we are here for. Poets, you got 3 minutes to read or to perform your poem, and then you got a 30-second intro, okay? Not 3 minutes, 15 seconds, 3 minutes, and a 30-second intro. Quickly let the people know where they can find you online. I know a lot of the people in our community, we're very fortunate to have a lot of leaders in this community, because they got their hands in a lot of cookie jars, and they are doing some fantastic things on their own. So I'm going to encourage all of them to share with you can find them online, but we also got, like I said, keep it to 30-second intro, because we really are here for the poetry. In terms of censorship, put the kiddies to bed. Some of our poets like to use mommy and daddy language. And some of our poets, on a more serious note, may be sharing some things that are incredibly vulnerable, and they can share something that may be triggering. The founders of the cafe, when they started the open room and the open mic, they were about hearing people's truths. They're big on freedom of speech. So thou has been warned. After our poets literally cut open a main artery in their soul and pour it onto their paper and share their poetry with us, you are going to see this sign. Those of you on Zoom, I do ask that you click that blue button and shower our poets with love. Screw your neighbors. You need not be friends with your neighbors, because if they were worth being your friend, they'd be on the Monday night online open mic hanging out with us right now. So shower our poets with love. It's never easy doing this on Zoom or on the stage, no matter where you're sharing your poetry. Give them love. Our sign-up list is closed. Sign-up begins 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you'd go to nuyorican.org and click Full Events Calendar. When you click that, you would click the date that you were signing up for. Next Monday is the 15th. So you'd click on the 15th, and then you would order an artist RSVP ticket, which will place you on the open mic list. It is the only way to get onto the open mic list. So the option for our artist RSVP ticket will not make itself available until Sunday at 8 p.m., 24 hours before the show. The view RSVP ticket is just a view. Artist RSVP ticket is how you get onto the open mic list. Later on, we are going to talk about Let's Write a Book of Poems and what we got coming up this weekend, which I think will interest a lot of people, and what we've been doing of late, where I really love. Of course, the 1 year anniversary, we're going to be talking about the hybrid open mic 1 year anniversary, and of course, the after party of with karaoke hosted by Paul Conqueso, who I know is in the room with us today. So we're going to talk about that a little later, because I want to rush through things to get to the poetry, because I think it is Dominique Colden who's leading us off. Yes, it is. I was not cheating. I closed my eyes when we went to that cheat. Dominique Colden will be leading us off. So here is our open mic list. You can see I got two names that have been highlighted. Emily Cordes is back, and she is wearing a wonderful hat. So we're going to hear from her. And she had an audition out in New Jersey. That's why we bumped her near like the end of the open mic. But I guess she got home on time. All right. So we haven't heard from her in a while. And Daryl Davis. I feel like I should remember that name, or Daryl has maybe once or twice been on the Monday night. So if they have, it's been a while. So it's right. I highlighted their name. If they've never been on the Monday night and it's their first time, then it's right that I've highlighted the name because it's their first time. And of course, all of those who are in white are mainstay characters here at the Monday night online open mic. You hear that, Raw James? We can't consider you a new member anymore. That's it. You're part of the mainstay, and that's how you're going to be recognized. All right. With that being said, as I have promised and teased, we've got Dominique Colden joining us. Let me unmute Dominique Colden. There it is, Dominique. You are going to be kicking off the Monday Night Online Open Mic. I hope that you are well, and you've got great energy to kick it off. So let the folks know where they can find you online, and then the floor is yours.
All right. It's so good to be here tonight. I missed y'all. Sorry, I've been MIA. I got promoted, so I'm going to try to be here whenever I can, because I love sharing this space with all of you beautiful, talented souls. So you can find me on Instagram at DTruthAndLove. And tonight I got new shit. It's on theme. 2 new poems, both very short. And the first one is titled Baby Bella. I never was a cat person until I was gifted a fluffy fur baby I named Monty Bella. Her calico coat, long and plush, silky and smooth under my fingertips, sanguine and strong, without fail, in the wee hours of the morning. She would sprint like Usain Bolt from the bathroom down the hall to the kitchen and back. She would playfully lay on her back, welcoming belly rubs, curl up on my lap for cuddles, acting as my living heated blanket during cold spells and prolonged hours in front of my computer screen. Stretched out like a little diva, basking in the golden rays of the sun, poking her head between the curtains, watching me as I got out of the car, making my way to the front door. She eagerly greeted me as I entered the house, bushy tail wagging and all, high-pitched meows and all. She brought so much joy to me during times of isolation and feuding roommates. Even though I didn't give birth to her, she was still my child. I can't believe it's been 5 years since I lost my little love. I didn't know that it was possible to feel so much anguish and pain for a sweet little soul who was part of my life for such a fleeting moment of time. And my second piece is called Roscoe the Rascal. My house became his forever home during lockdown. He's an extra fluffy, shy guy named Raimi, who I renamed Roscoe, because it turns out he's a little rascal. 2 years later, he's still shy, but in the spirit of my Montebella, he boldly bounds from sofa to tree and gleefully dashes into his tunnel when anyone enters what he thinks is his room. He has FIV, but he doesn't let that stop him. I wonder if he resents that I now work from home and he rarely gets to have time alone. I wish his temperament wasn't so cold. He was feral after all, placed in a multitude of foster homes since he was just a few days old, notorious for spending most of his time on his kitty post, perched on his kitty post conveniently placed by the window, beckoning birdies like a monarchy neko, but behaving belligerently when it's time to go to the groomer or vet. Even in those hostile moments, I can still feel his love as he slow blinks at me, knowing that I will return. He'll never again be alone. Thank you.
Oh, mute yourselves and give it up for Dominique.
Good start, sister. Good start. I'm
Well done. Way to set it off in here. Let's go.
Beautiful tribute.
Dominique Colden, you can give her a follow at D Truth and Love. You can actually see it in the bottom of her Zoom box right there. Just to let y'all know, if you want to include your info in your Zoom name, you can. You're allowed to rename yourself, at least maybe not legally, but Zoom wise, you can rename yourself to include where people can find you online. Thank you, Dominique, a mainstay member here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic, and of course, give a shout out to our producer behind the scenes who we will hear from later, and that is Mr. Mark Thompson. So Gustav Salas is next, but I had to make a little quick alteration in the open mic. So Safongo, I don't know if you're here right now, brother, but you are next. If you are here, just so you know that you are next. Yep, I see you. You are next. But right now we are going to Florida with my main man Gustav Salas. Gustav, always a pleasure to see you. Let the people know where they can find you online, and then we ready for your fire.
I just want to say real quick, they are raiding Mar-a-Lago. The FBI are raiding Mar-a-Lago right now, even as we speak. Thank you very much, Mark, to the FBI. All right, I'm gonna do 2 poems on theme and a short one after. So I have 3 pieces. This is the Catman Dude of Kathmandu. The Catman Dude of Kathmandu came to town in 72, looking for hashish and wisdom profound. No one knows if wisdom he found. He just sat right down on the sacred ground. Then came the cats, miraculously they abound. Catman Dude smokes his hash, surrounded by cats, and merchandise sellers hawking cheap hats that say Catman Dude of Kathmandu can do. But this may or may not be true. Buddhist monks take care of this feline friend. To his every need they tend. And the Catman Dude of Kathmandu sits and smokes his hashish, waiting for a breakthrough. Okay, this is called The Legend of the Battle of Pelusium. I have a little tale about the legend of the Battle of Pelusium, the decisive battle between the Achaemenid Empire of Cambyses II and Egypt in 525 BC. The Achaemenid Empire routed the Egyptian pharaoh Amasis II and established the 27th dynasty, known as the First Egyptian Satrapy. Egypt became a province of Persia. The battle was fought near Pelusium, 20 miles southeast of the modern Port Said. Polyaenus, a historian and retired Macedonian general who is generally thought to be more interested in novelty than historical accuracy, writes that Cambyses captured Pelusium employing a clever strategy. You see, the Egyptians regarded cats as being sacred. Bastet and Sekhmet were Egyptian cat goddesses, and under no circumstances could an Egyptian injure a cat. Polyaenos claims that Cambyses had his men carry cats in front of the attack. The Egyptians held their arrows for fear of harming the sacred cats. Polyaenos is describing an early form of psychological warfare. Pelusium was taken. The historian Ctesias claims 50,000 Egyptians died, and Herodotus says skulls littered the Nile Delta as far as the eye could see. The Egyptians were undone by their own gods, and cats had the last laugh. This last piece is called Syzygy. Behold our loving energy. When stars align, it's syzygy. Nuyo poets' creative diversity. We spit in the face of adversity. Born on wings of eloquence, dropping truths of consequence. Letters forming words of magic, transforming trauma and the tragic. Distill from pain the raw emotion, pours on the page like an ocean. We keep writing so we don't drown. With every adjective, adverb, verb, and noun, thoughts coalesce that will astound. Watch these weirdos get profound. On Monday night, the place to be. Nuyorican open mic, you see. Our voices coming down the wire. We set this fucking Zoom on fire. Thank you.
Yeah.
Unmute yourself,
Hell
Gustav.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, set it on
Oh.
fire.
New Yo weirdos up
Alright.
forever. New Yo weirdos
Always the
forever.
energy. Always the energy.
Gustav Silas. Gustav, make sure you put your info into the chat. And of course, everyone, after you perform, make sure you check the chat. A lot of people always like to say nice things about you. Okay, so let us continue. We are now going to Sofongo, who I appreciate being ready. I bumped him up a couple of spots, had to make some changes on the open mic on the move right here. Brother, oh, you look like you chilling. You look like you lay back, but maybe more like a cat who's about to pounce. You know how a cat lays down and they look like getting real low? Sofongo's about to pounce. Brother, you let the people know they can find you online, and then we ready for your fire.
A very good evening to you, poets. I'm really happy to be here. Can you guys hear me? All right, I'm really happy to be here, guys. I'm really happy that I found the world of Zoom open mic. I'm really grateful to my brothers from Conto. Thanks for this is love. Every Monday I'm up and I'm like, I need to be up. Every Sunday actually I'm up. I'm like, I need to sign up. I don't need to sleep at 12. I need to sign up because it's 12 here. And right now it's 12 here. Anyway, guys, before I perform my piece, I would like you to go on your browser, just type in www.beafrica.africa. Go follow us on Facebook. We are a non-governmental organization in Sierra Leone that equips youth with media skills. So please go follow that. I'm not gonna plug my poetry today. I'm gonna plug that. So it's Be Africa. I'll also put it here in the chat. So yeah, let's go. I have a cat, but unfortunately I didn't write. I haven't written a poem about the cat. I love the cat. Sometimes it's always my profile picture for mine. But yeah, I haven't written anything about it. If I have written, should I write something? Yeah, let me do that. But I don't know what to write. So I'm just going to write the first thing that comes to mind, hoping I bump upon something profound, something that'll have you clapping and lighting loud, making me feel proud, hoping that the seeds I plant in your mind germinate into a pandemic of curious dreamers, dreamers who choose to create and follow someone's dreams, beings who understand that all is energy, who understand that paying attention can be an investment or a crippling transaction. So they choose where they spend their energy, swaying away from pendulums that devour their sense of being. Is that profound? Okay, never mind. Whatever the answer, the purpose of this poet is to find I in between these lines, free my mind from the soccer commentary in the background, feel the calming sound of waves touch my blood as a black pen permanently alters this page's appearance. You see, all I see is improvement in dropping bars that harm that which harms the mind. I do lie sometimes, but if my attention is wasted on that, the goal of impeccability remains a dream. I never imagined myself writing verses on the seaside, but I did imagine myself working on my art regularly. The universe took care of the rest. Greetings from Sierra Leone. Thank you very much, poets. Have a good evening.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Sofongo.
Okay.
Way to bring that. Always good to hear you, man. Always.
Make sure you go check out the website he's talking about. The link he's gonna put, make sure you put it into the chat, Sofongo, so everyone can take it out, or copy it and paste it into a notepad so y'all can check it out later, because we still got some dynamic poets coming, and that includes one of our mainstay poets who recently published a book, who is editing an anthology of her own, and that is, you can find it at ES_Strauss. Deadpan Lizzie, the Beanie God. It is good to see you, sis. Let the folks know where they can find you online, as I had just stated, and then we're ready for your fire.
Thank you, brother. Beanie blessings to you and our community. You can find me on IG, ES_Strauss. These are my books. The Out Loud anthology has debuted. There are many poets from the cafe in it. I'm so proud of it. And my poem, Pussycat, I do not care for cats, but I love pussy, can be found in this book. That's really the theme tonight, right? But I did write something new for our prompt. It's called The Panther. I sit disturbingly quietly on my lily pad on top of my blue blanket instead of under it lately. The heat beneath has become too intense. The lava from my volcano has enjoyed leaving prominent burn marks. Licking my paws, I stare deadly at the constellations. I am the panther of the night. I am supposed to fear the waves. I do not. But I do not trust them as much as I used to. My plain tawny grayish coat unkempt. I do not always care to be the lipstick lioness of the concrete jungle, only when the guitar strikes the correct heart chord in my hollow temple. They left too many scars that went straight to my heart. My nails sink into the round floating leaf of a water lily, fragile like me. Remnants of murky green chlorophyll crawl under my uptight paws and into my bloodstream, making me sickly, and as we know, it ain't easy being green. My whiskers in pain like my chakras, too scared to dip back into the sea where I used to enjoy swaddling myself. In my blue blanket where I would cocoon, protection in the pupal stage to later blossom into a butterfly. Instead, I rest my unshored torso on top of the disintegrated pieces of shallow nature, a wildcat who is exhausted from being on the prowl. Thank you so much.
Unmute yourselves, give it up.
Yeah. Lizzie.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Make sure you go give her a follow. She is on the prowl hunting. Deadpan Lizzie. I know I'm looking forward to seeing you this Saturday for the hybrid open mic. Deadpan is always there, a mainstay member here at the community. Make sure you check her out. All right, so we have got a little treat for you, right? So we are going to what is the left coast to me, because it's to the left of me on the map, and that is out in San Francisco with Elemental. But if that's not good enough, we're also gonna go to the right side of me, like the super right side of me. We're gonna skip across the pond over into England, and we're gonna get Lantern Carrier here. I see both of these talented men and both of these good-looking men are prepared for some collab. I don't know what's happening. I feel it heating up in here, right? I feel it heating up. So I know Lantern Carrier is going to post his information after the poem, where you can follow him, because that's how he likes to do. And if you want to check out Elemental, you can see his website right there in the name. Now let me make sure. Here we go. I'm spotlighting Elemental now. Everyone can only see Elemental, but wait, we gotta make sure we spotlight, add spotlight, Lantern Carrier. Okay, gentlemen, the floor is yours. Rock out.
Thank you. enlightenment for the ignorant. The inspired musician was singing, "No woman, no cry," as the father with his 2 boys entreated, "Sing, no kids, no cry." The busker compromised, began singing, "No children, no cry." I looked at the man who showed no sentiment to the roots of Bob Marley's song, who to many represented their own trench tongue like Babylon or Vietnam does to many. He knew naught of the hypocrites, of good friends lost in challenges as volatile as tsunamis. Neither did he know of the tears of blood, the many sacrifices endured by both men and women, the mental pains burning through the night. Should we compare them to kids spoiled by the opulence of the West? They rose at dawn with the knowledge that their feet were their only means of transport, walking long distances to work or school, sharing a tiny meal together in order to pull through, having the showers from buckets and streams. Perhaps he failed to remember that wealthy plantation owners of the 19th century treated the enslaved with disdain, that their scars were more numerous than the gullies and trenches they faced every day in the hearts of fortitude and concern. Trenchtown was famous for musicians and culture, yes, molded out of a global awareness of the impoverished and politically corrupt conditions, a divide and rule mentality in the 70s where politics became violent and poverty rampant.
Wasted time and callous stages with races that enjoy painting faces and reflections of their dedication to making faith a billion-dollar organization in their own image. Of course, I remember when we used to say integrity is non-negotiable, stand for something or fall for anything, scratch a lie, find a thief in political seats who pretend to see with blind eyes turned in favor of white lies and away from color lines that hide trench towns and tenements, projects, wards, and all ghettos, keep their noses exposed to satellite feeds fully extended, trying to breathe above the canopy of carnage people of color tend to create. Call it culture and every spice of life that smells of natural mystic. They see nuisance, useless tools they refuse to let tear down their houses, take exuberance and passion as show of force or actions on course for a head-on collision with past social conditioning, fucking up fast and picking up giga speed on interwebs spun in perfect shape for handheld inundation of all things distraction from homelessness, unemployment, and COVID fallout, all negatively impacting communities of color with staggering statistics. No need for ballistics, yet they still pack them on hips more than resolution tactics. Remember when we used to say, shoot first and ask questions later? It's later and still and still and still no answer for degradation of ancestors still generating income for a country that hates their offspring but wouldn't enjoy this so-called utopia without the blessing of Black genius. Despite your war machine campaigns that eradication in every theater or communities exist, you still have the audacity to speak of nationality, honor, and service to protect your liberties, to see me not as person nor friend, not neighbor, but enemy, who's reserved the right to treat me with all hostility by any means to ensure everyone knows the true face, evil.
Just some of the challenges that women had to deal with. He said, sing, no kids, no cry. Did he understand why women wept in an environment which was soul destroying for many? One where they made compromises with honor, in which dignity itself wept for their hearts of precious toil amidst an intensity of concessions to feed their hungry kids. Many felt their own belly aches, stared into the weary eyes of their children, dealt with pain just as cutting as the bigotry, injustice, and deep-seated challenges they face daily in order to survive.
Yes, they cried, and who wouldn't? Faced with neglect, failed education systems, and men callous enough to make promises with forked tongues?
Exploiting the women's necessity to bow like trampled grass in order to make ends meet. I wonder if he knew this. Could he feel Marley's lyrical solace in this hauntingly beautiful song? Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Elemental and Lantern Carrier. Thank you so much.
Unmute yourselves, give it up for these gentlemen.
Damn, that was brilliant.
Either of them are you.
Brilliant.
Lantern. I'm telling you,
Excellent, excellent.
genius, man. For real.
Excellent. Black excellence.
Lantern Carrier and Elemental. Of course, if you want to follow Lantern Carrier, he's going to put his information into the chat. And of course, Elemental, his name is right there. When you spell Elemental, you take out the T and you put in the number 2, elemental.com. Brothers, y'all were awesome. And just to let people know who are watching or maybe still may be new to an open mic like this and whatnot, we keep continuing to tell people where they can follow you online. We want y'all to connect together. Every Monday, I want you here, right? But like, you know, there are other days than Mondays. I want you guys to all do things on your own. And what you can do is you can combine your time. If each poet's got 3 minutes, you do a collab. You could do a 6-minute collab. And that is what we saw here. Make sure you go give those brothers a follow. Elemental, Latin Carrier, I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. All right, so we've gone all the way to the left of me. We've gone all the way to the right of me. And now we're going to go south to, well, Jersey. I think she's a little bit south of me in Jersey, and a little bit to the left of me, and that is Terry Rose Jurtson, who I would say she's disrespectful. I put up this beautiful picture of me and my love, the first lady of Monday Nights, Mariela Salazar. I put up this beautiful picture. Wait. I need everyone on YouTube and Facebook to see it, so I'm putting speaker view on me. I put up this beautiful picture of me and my love, and we're wearing Yankee hats. Everyone's like, I love it. It's great. They are enjoying our love. And this next poet's like, go Phillies. Yeah, that's right. She said, can you believe it? She hates love. Nah, she's a Phillies fan, and we love her here. She's 1/3 of the Trinity out in New Jersey, and her book is out, and that is Terry Rose Jurtson. Terry, let the folks know where they can find you online so that they could go comment, go Yankees, and then we're ready for your poem.
Go Phillies. No, I'm kidding. I just did that to mess with you. You know that. I love you guys. So you can find me on Facebook on Teresa Rose Jurtson, and you can find me on Instagram on IFUNNIEZ Mom, Poetic License. The poetic license is not in the title. So, poem. This is from a prompt, the first time for everything, but I made it work. There's a first time for everything, like the time I fell on my face as an inexperienced swimmer in the ocean waves. Like the time when I was first kissed by a boy who more licked my face than actually kissed it. Like the time when I was really lip locked, the magnetic kind, of way up and downtown. Oh, baby Jesus. Like the time when I got married to my first real boyfriend, who I did not realize was not an expert in his bedroom game. And that's probably why he is husband. Like my first trip out of America to Europe, not ever wishing to return except for some fast, greasy food. Like the time in Venice, Italy, I found a Hard Rock Cafe and had an American burger. Like the time I chose club soda and lemon over peach bellinis in the Hotel Bellini, also in Venice. Like the time I experienced Italian petit fours back in the same hotel room after steamy honeymoon sex with my third husband. Like the time I gave birth to my first son by yelling at the doctor across the room, "Can I push now?" and shot him out like a football. Like the time when looking into my second son's eyes, forgetting about the 30 hours of painful labor and thinking, worth it. Like the time when I adopted a feral cat that could not be trained and my first husband took it for a ride when I and told me afterward.
Wait, Terry, you froze. We can hardly hear you. Terry.
For what he had done. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you now. Now you're good. Go ahead.
You missed the last one?
Yeah, like the last few lines. We missed like the last 10 seconds.
Okay, so I'll read the last two lines. Like the time when I adopted a feral and took it for a ride when I wasn't home and told me afterwards, like it was normal. Like the time when I considered my poor choice of husband and silent.
Terry, I don't know if you can hear us, but you were frozen and you were muted.
Yeah, I'm having internet trouble. I don't know what's going on. So you didn't hear the end of the poem?
No, I didn't. See, I hear you clearly now. All right, maybe it's the was-been. The was-been's coming to mess up your poem.
Yeah.
I am determined. Oh, go ahead. I want to hear the last 20 seconds of it. Go ahead, go ahead. You do it now. Go ahead. We hear you.
Okay. I just closed it because I thought I would hang on. Okay. So the last two lines. Did you hear the feral cat line?
Yes.
Okay. So the last line is like the time when I considered my poor choice of husband and silently wrote him off for what he had done. Did you get that?
Yes, we did.
We got it. Unmute yourselves and give it up for Terry.
I apologize for my poor connection.
Go Yankees!
All around.
Love and cheers.
It was the was-beens and the Yankee fans who came in to interfere with the poem. I'm sorry about that, Terry. I was all there for it. My husband. I was like, I really thought, I was like, oh, she made a mistake, but that worked. That's great. And then she said it again. I was like, nah, she knows what she's doing. Terry Rose Jertson. Terry, make sure that you put your info into the chat so that the people can give you a follow. A mainstay member here at the Monday night online open mic, and she also likes to rock at the karaoke. We're doing the karaoke after party this Saturday after hybrid. But right now we are going to talk. Oh man, we've come to the open mic where we have to go to Nico Diaz. Nico, man.
Yes.
Did you like the picture of me and my lady on my Instagram? Did you like it?
Let me go. I don't know.
Oh, Nico, you are lucky we like your poetry. We are lucky we like your poetry. No, it's too late. It's gonna be all fake now. It's all fake love. Whatever.
Look, it's there already.
Yeah, all right, Nico, you can do what everyone else does. Let them know where they can follow your brilliant ass online and then, do your brilliant ass poem. We're ready for it.
Well, I hope this energy is a little bit different when I see everyone on Saturday at the 1 year anniversary of Hybrid open mic. It's going to be exciting, followed by the karaoke after party by Mr. Paul Queso. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, Olivia Newton-John passed away. I'm sorry if you're the first to hear it. And I immediately put on Grease, available on Paramount Plus for streaming. And I started singing Summer Lovin', and segue, me and Paul, that was the first song we ever performed together. So shout out to Olivia Newton-John, Sandra D. Okay. I got two pieces for you guys that I'm going to perform today. One is a little bit more serious. One is a little bit funnier. And you can follow me at Nico Diaz at NYC, and then I'll share my link tree at the end of the pieces. All right. This first one is called Heaven. I am not meant for this world of whiteness. I am done, come undone, suffocated from cotton ball clouds, alabaster halls of power, ivory towers of privilege, preserving, protecting, promoting from within to propagate itself over and over again. I am ending it, this life, this world. Give me the calamity, the catastrophe, the chaos of crayons as I crave color to recreate this world in my own image. Brown as the sand that squishes between my toes, black as the earth that yields, green as the flora flirting with the blue sunny sky. I die, the white clouds pink, my favorite. Let the stars be strobe lights, the moon a disco ball, as we dance in this rainbow realm our redesign, hues so divine, accent walls, palettes that party. Heaven is a place on earth when we painstakingly paint it in color. This is my first piece, Heaven. And then the second one is, it doesn't have a title, but maybe unique. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. All right. Isn't it beautiful that no pastelillo is ever the same as another? Golden brown, flaky, warm, bubbly, singular, unique, special, like a snowflake, like a butthole, like you. Thank you guys. Those are my pieces today. You can follow me on Nico Diaz at NYC.
Give it up for Nico Diaz.
Variety.
I love
Variety.
that.
Love the voice too. Beautiful.
I did not see the ending coming. I was like, oh, this is such a sweet. Whoa, what did he just say? Nico Diaz NYC on Instagram. Go give him a follow, a mainstay member here within the community and in person. I'm excited to see you on Saturday, Nico. Always love having you around and love having your peoples around. Like, you know, that's how I know Nico is good peoples. Like, he always brings good people around that have good vibes. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you. Oh, Nico said, oh, what's up, man? Oh, what's up? What's up? Yo, tell Nico to stay away from my girl. You hear me? You tell him to stay away from my, him, Nico. You tell him to stay away from my girl, all right? There we go. Nico Diaz. Nico Diaz NYC on Instagram. Go give him a follow. All right. Next up, we going to the left coast. I think he's in San Diego now. Propaganda Poet. Are we in San Diego now, brother?
Right now, I am at Sacramento, staying at my buddy's house. Over here, Frank.
What's up, Sacramento buddy Frank? How are you?
I used to play music with this cat like 30 years ago and shit. So like, and we're still together, man.
That's what's up. So when are we going to San Diego?
I report for duty at Miramar College on Thursday.
Nice. You know, it's crazy, man. I don't get in your poem, you know, let people know where to follow you and whatnot. Yesterday at my workshop, I had a dude who reminded me of you so much. He had the big goatee and everything, and he had that like same big loving energy. And he was just on a trek, and he just came from San Diego. He's like, yo, I just found my biological father here in New York City. He told me to come out here. I was like, cool, where you from? He's like, San Diego. I was like, Propaganda Poets in San Diego. So like, you know, I don't know what it is, man. Like someone of your energy left San Diego, and San Diego was like, yo, we need that energy back, and you're gonna come and fill it. Nonetheless, my man, let the folks know where they can find you online, then we ready for your fire.
Real quick, I'm not going to tell you where you can find me online. I'm going to tell you can find me in the Bay Area on Wednesday. So any Bay Area poets, hit me up so we can hang out and you know, get to know each other. And also, one of the things that I'm going to be doing at Miramar College is I'm going to be helping set up the Ethnic Studies department. And with part of that, I plan on having my Marginalized Voices series become a class, and you all are going to be the textbook. So stay tuned for that shit, because we will talk more. Okay. So without further ado, tonight's all about the pussy, or about cats. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to read some cat poems, shall we? So I'm going to do a bunch of micros. So here's some haikus. Marilee's not here. I was excited to do haikus for Marilee, but she's not here. So here are a couple of haikus. The first one is called Feline Foray. A group of Leos is called a competition. If you know, you know. Haiku. Love cats. Furry overlord brushes past in nonchalance the distance of love. Haiku. Now a bunch of micros for all of the kitties that I have had the pleasure and privilege of petting. So here we go. Forever moments. Lips on skin, we invent sin. Our whispers waltz within the wind. We shy the sky, the stars go shy. The moon so soon cries, try. Try to hide what dreams inside. Pretend we fear this ride. To excite the flight, we'll steal sun's light and let what may decide. Homogenized banter. Damn, girl, you're so fat the cream done rose to the top. Let's stir something up. Haiku. The silence between. If you're just a stray, post it in the notes not played. jazz me poetic. Haiku. Fanboy, if ink be my blood, I have a poem-sized heart. You are the title. Haiku. Waving the red flag, an empty suitcase longing to be filled again, heavy with baggage. And then one short poem that I'm going to dedicate to all of y'all because, poetic license, what? Y'all are a bunch of cool cats. So this poem is for all you cool cats and in honor of the teaching that is about to happen. This is called, Will the Real Higher Education Please Stand Up? They're hoarding knowledge in college and selling it to the highest bidder. This is the bitter truth, cutting off the youth to any possibility of doing anything other than just scraping to survive, preventing the possibility of actually living until they die. And this is all by design. The system is full of all these red flags that say if you don't play our way, then good luck ever having a say in how this all goes down the drain. I grow ever so tired of trying to explain how this pain is created. The architect's insatiable need to feed all 7 of their own deadly sins can never be sated with all the hatred that they created. While they scream about it all being fake or trying to convince us all that it's all just innate and we're all just ingrates who don't know how to appreciate. Well, I'm here to thank you all, my global poetry family, for showing me that it's never too late. We can unlock the knowledge we want, and it can be for free. They don't have the only key. Street knowledge and spoken word college are always in session, where we can learn the most important lessons in our collective poetry slam sessions, where we can manifest all the best inventions with very real intentions of teaching and learning from each other, each and every sister, each and every brother, so that maybe we can finally find a way to fix all this shit and maybe even move forward together. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of the poetry world. And as always, thank you for encouraging my behavior.
Encourage propaganda post behavior, y'all.
Good job, bro. So proud of you.
So good.
Yes.
On that road, man.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Propaganda poet. Brother, put your info in the chat. Like, I know because you said you're going to be in the Bay Area, so people who are watching, they're going to want to know where they can find you in the Bay Area, and we connected like that. Shout outs to Propaganda Poet. Speaking of the Bay Area, we're about to go to a poet in the Bay Area, but right before we get to her, I want to give a shout out to some people who are not signed up on the open mic, but are joining us, like Jenny. Jenny joins us every week. I have no idea who Jenny is. At least I'm not sure I know who Jenny is. I do recognize her avatar. So Jenny, just want to say I appreciate you. I hope that you were enjoying yourself tonight. Justin Ramsey, who's doing everything he can to sneak away from work to join us. I appreciate you, brother. I do hope I see you this Saturday. Christy Scribbles is joining us from upstate New York, right? Christy Scribbles from upstate New York. She is a mainstay member of this community. And the karaoke as well. She enjoys herself some karaoke. We enjoy having her here. We also have someone who I haven't seen before, and I hope I'm saying the name right. Gareth Teixeira. Gareth, I hope I am saying your name right. Nonetheless, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Thank you for checking out Mondays. Denisha K, who was here last week, so I think she liking it. I think she getting it in the veins. Poets, we getting it to her. So she's here back-to-back weeks. Denisha, I hope you're having a good day. Alejandra is here. I don't think I know who Alejandra is, but I hope you are having a good time, Alejandra. In fact, I saw you giving it up for, it was Propaganda Poet who was here, right? I think I saw her last doing that. Nancy Helgeson, who's here all the time. Hi, Nancy. I hope you're well, sis. I hope you're enjoying tonight. And the Jedi Master is here. The true Lower East Sider, the New Eurekan Poets Cafe OG, Paul Skiff. It is always a magical night when he is in the Zoom building. I appreciate you, Paul. I hope all is well with you. Professor Platinum, Doug Silver, is also checking us out. He is here week in, week out, whether he's sharing a poem or not. Love having him as part of the community. I think he's been with us now for like 6 months. I could be wrong, but I think it's about half a year now. We also have someone who I don't know, and I hope I don't say your last name right? I'm saying everyone else's last name, so I got to say yours, give you love. Ashley Antwi. I hope I'm saying your last name right. But if I'm saying it wrong, please forgive me. Nonetheless, Ashley, I see you in the room. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Tara from the left coast is joining us as well. Tara, I hope all is good with you and you enjoying yourself. And last but not least, I see we have someone named Deadpool. I have no idea who they are, but listen, Deadpool is my kid's favorite character. I can't wait till they bring Deadpool into the MCU. Shout out to you. I also saw Mr. Speaker just come in and join us, and the Urban Cowboy Poet. Gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying yourselves. I wish you got here a little earlier, but you came at just perfect time because now we are going, as I said, to the Bay Area to Miss Finn Bell. Finn, I do have to speak with you. I gotta hit you up behind the scenes, and I gotta hit her up because Finn is going to be hosting something for the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. It's gonna be something that I have been wanting to see at the cafe. I can't believe we haven't done at the cafe. We got this great opportunity, and the minute it opened up, Finn was the first person I thought of. And she's like, all right, you know, I like Mariella. I'm gonna do it for her because you're her boyfriend. So Finn, I appreciate you so much. And Finn's got her hands in a lot of cookie jars too, different podcasts. She's doing something different on Twitter Space. She's got her own karaoke online. She's doing her own open mic. Finn, let the people know where they can find you online, and then let's get into your poetry, sis. A pleasure to see you as always.
A pleasure to see you. And I have to say, I can't believe how well you read my mind, because yes, it is all for Mariella. Add me to the list of, you know, just the people crushing like massively on her. Anyway, so you can find me on Linktree, Finn, oh my God, I can't. See, now I'm flustered. You see Mariella, I'm flustered. /Finn Bell. Okay. I am going to first cover a poem by Tina Chang called Lion. I chewed into the wreck of the world, into the neck bone of the past that pursued me. All the while I moved towards extinction, bearing the burden of damage, language of the protector. A great apocalyptic wheeze adorned me with sand. I foraged first to find light dappling the leaves, then breathed into infinite power, feminine rust, a coppery taste of salvage, leading me into a canopy of the future. My mother was a mother of mothers, modern before she was ancestral. She was a woman who morphed into feline, back to her human self before I woke each morning. I live not to sate my appetite, but to crush it. On my haunches, I crave what I could not be seen. I am desire. I am survival. I sit under the tree, waiting for hunger. And then I want to finish with something from my book, which I never read. Okay. And so this is called Pot Pie and Legs, Chicken, Everything, Kittens, and Table Manners, which I know is a particular favorite of Terry Rose Judson. Okay, so we should have had a clue the day my son pet sat the fur balls and happily reported back to us at the end of the day, my favorite is Cheeseburger Kitten. We should have known this was not a millennial's reference to a popular meme. We should have suspected the day we adopted her on the trip back home when we stopped for Jack in the Box that her cries were not only mewling, born of fright, but also possibly hunger for sourdough patty melts. We swear to the foodie spirits, we had not a clue. Her curiosity was not unusual, if anything, tipping the scales to cliche. We swear she only ever sniffed the air, tasted the essence of delectable meats on her tongue before going about her normal kitten business. That was, until we adopted her baby sister, and as a tandem, they plied their wily trade. One sister all claws and fluff and charm, floof tortoiseshell glove in the steaming pot pie, the elder all tabby and wiry, stealth and grace, making off with a chicken leg twice her size.
Unmute yourselves and give it up for Finn Bell.
Finn.
Wow.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Read from your book.
Always amazing.
I love your pen. Beautiful.
Make sure that you go give Finn Bell a follow. You can find her on Linktree, Finn Bell. Finn, make sure you put your info into the chat as well. And you know what I love, like, you know, you heard me mention everyone's name who's not on the open mic, who's here, because like I really want to be in a community of like poetry connoisseurs, right? People who are not just sharing, but who are like listening. And Finn Bell, I always tell this story. She jumped out to me the first time, well before I heard a poem of hers, because of the way she recognized one of the traits of someone's poems, and she had typed in there, "Oh, I like your anaphora." And when she did that, I was like, this woman knows her poetry, and I like her. Finn Bell, go give her a follow. She's got, listen, like I want you to all participate in what she's gonna do for the New Yo, and I'm gonna push that hard, but she's already doing some awesome things now, so make sure that you go and you check her out now. And then when she does something for the New Yo, she's gonna be doing more awesome things and more reasons to follow and love her. All right, let us get to now Mr. Jeremilissimo. Oh, there he goes. There is that man. Oh, he muted himself. He unmuted himself, then he muted himself. There we go. Jeremilissimo, brother, it is always a pleasure to have you here. I'm not only a mainstay member of this community, but also a published author himself, my man. And wait, and he hosts every other Monday. It's still every other Monday. For
first and third Monday.
First and third Monday, he's got his own open mic right before the Monday night online open mic. Brother, let the folks know where they can find you online and all that goodness.
No, I'm gonna put all that in the chat. I'm going to just say that on Wednesday, the 7th of September, I do have a 10-minute feature for Great Weather for Media. Then I will be on 2 stages on Saturday for Red or Green Books and on Sunday for Choose Blue World at the New York Poetry Festival. I just want to say I'm so happy to see Emily Cordes here tonight because I haven't heard her poetry in a long time. And her smile is so adorable. You just look at that. Oh my God. You know what I mean, advocate of words?
I know what you mean, and especially today, there's something about her, like she's glowing, she's popping, like a little extra in the camera.
It's that cute little hat that she's wearing. I'm not going to say what kind of hat it is because I don't say that word because I leave that to women. Okay, so I'm going to read 3 poems. I'm going to roll through them. And here's the first is called Fight of the Bumblebee. Bzzz. Hey, Bumblebee, what you doing buzzing around me? I didn't ask for your bite or your sting. Please fly away and leave me be. Bzzz. Wait, what's that buzzing out here? I think it's that bumblebee flying around my ear. I thought I told him to leave me alone. Maybe I should swat him, then he'll be dead and gone. Yes, he's driving me so bonkers, I'm about to fall off my rocker. But hold on, God made him just like me. I guess that bumblebee don't mean no harm. He's one little guy, not a whole swarm. I think I'll let him land on my arm. So I hold out my arm and begin to walk. Next thing I know, that bumblebee begins to talk. You human beings, I don't understand your kind. You think us bumblebees just fly around and buzz, buzz, buzz. Your narrow minds just ruffle my fuzz. Hey, bumblebee, what you doing buzzing around me? What right do you have cutting me and my own down? He just says us bumblebees got minds of our own. We do so much more than buzzing and flying around. Then he flew away, speeding through the air, and it didn't take long to forget he was there. Next, 5 haikus about tomatoes. 1, biting into a juicy homegrown tomato can be quite messy. 2, the green tomato who got fried before it was ripe was delicious. 3, gazpacho with green zebra tomatoes is a soup that is best served cold. 4, Mary, Queen of Scots, ate a bloody tomato, then drank some vodka. And 5, a jalapeno asked a tomato to dance and salsa was born. And one more poem, don't get a big head just because Marilyn Monroe sang a song about you. We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. The temperature is rising, it isn't surprising. Dear heat wave, is life fun for you? I wonder if weather patterns have social lives. I mean, would you date a hailstorm or blizzard or vice versa? Are you a bad boy in the weather world? I mean, would you bring a tornado or tsunami to Thanksgiving just to piss off your family? Makes the mercury jump to 93. Oh, we're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. On days when you are present, hotels raise rates at least $50 to $100. Do you get a kickback? Do you see a shrink? Where do you reside when you disappear from the atmosphere? Scientists blame human activities for your continued persistence and increasing intensity. Are you anti-electric cars and windmills? I understand you are heavily invested in fossil fuels and multinational electricity providers. Guadalupe, 97. Santo Domingo, 99. Martinique, 105. We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. The temperature is rising. It isn't surprising. In the end, you just cause trouble and create hot sidewalks and heat exhaustion. Your most prevalent quality is that you are exhausting. You must thank God every day for the existence of the 1954 musical, There's No Business Like Show Business, and the late, great Marilyn Monroe. Gracias, everyone.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Generalissimo. Generalissimo.
Generalissimo. Respect.
Yeah.
Beautiful lines.
We're having a heat wave, and it's caused by Generalissimo's poetry. Make sure you go give him a follow. Like I said, you need to get some more open mics into your system. He does it every first and third Monday of the month. I know I got that right. And he's got his own book as well published. Make sure you go check this brother out, a mainstay member of the Monday Night Online Open Mic. And we're about halfway through, and we've had some people come late, so let me to remind them, this is the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. If you are watching us on Facebook or YouTube, because we are streaming on Facebook and YouTube every Monday at 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific, you can see the Zoom number is on the screen. You can give us you can join us 279-995-364. And of course, you can give me a follow, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on the YouTubes at Advocate of Words. When you spell words, that's with a Z, because what? Bronx all day. All right, our sign-up list for tonight is closed. Sign-ups begin 24 hours before the show on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you would visit neweurekan.org, our website, and click Full Events Calendar. When you do so, you would click on the Monday that you are signing up for. Next week is the 15th. So you'd click on 15, and that is where you would order an artist RSVP ticket, which will place you on the open mic list. Now, the option for an artist RSVP ticket will not pop up until 24 hours before the show. The view RSVP ticket just means you want to view it. So you got to wait till the artist RSVP ticket pops up 24 hours before the show, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Allow me to talk about the Let's Write a Book of Poems workshop. This series has been going so well. I'm enjoying the culture we're building. I'm enjoying the poets we have over there. I know we have some of them from our Monday Night Online Open Mic and Thursday Night Online Open Mic, and then we have some who are just not part of the online community at all, and it's like this own culture being bred. Yesterday I had a bunch of fun, right? So we are in the middle right now of writing our epic poems, and what we're going to do is this Sunday we're taking a break from epic poems because it's such an ambitious thing that we are working on right now. So I'm giving everyone a break to also catch up on their homework. So this Sunday we're going to be doing something, a generative writing class. We're going to be writing some things. We're going to be talking about some theories in writing, of course, you know, and I would not be a good facilitator if I didn't make some people hate me, because I got a little emotional and challenging, because we love to do that stuff. So we do it every Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. We are inside and we do it via Zoom. So now we've had some people who've joined us via Zoom who may be coming to New York City and then they come down to the cafe. We have some people who come into the cafe most of the time, and sometimes they have a long day and they just join us via Zoom. So you could do all of that. Of course, you could find that on the social media and the website of the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. And as well, I'd like to talk about this. Because of you, beautiful people online, who made this online open mic what it is, when the New Eurekan Poets Cafe opened back up, we did not want to forget you and leave you behind. In fact, we wanted to bring you a little closer to us. So we started this hybrid open mic, right? Now, look, no offense to anyone, but we were the first to do it. I haven't seen anyone do it before us, not in this style, and now I'm seeing a lot of places doing it. You know what I mean? New Rican Poets Cafe, we are trendsetters. Anyway, we did this a year ago in August, and it's been going so well that we keep doing it month after month. Most of our open mic is going to be joining us here inside the cafe. We're going to have a great deal of fun. Poetry, music, comedy, narrative prose. And then we've also got like 6 to 7 people who are going to be joining us via Zoom, and they are going to be projected on the big screen here in the cafe, and all of us get to enjoy them and all their beautifulness because it's like this cinematic experience. So I really love it. We're going to be celebrating, like I said, the 1-year anniversary. Everyone who's been to the cafe knows there's something about this brick and mortar that is really special. And because of what y'all have been done online with us, it makes it feel like Zoom is also special because of y'all. I hate going on Zoom unless it's on Mondays or Thursday nights, which is crazy. Anyway, so the hybrid open mic, it's got doors open at 6:30 p.m. That's when the open mic list is going to be open. If you want to come and sign up, make sure you get here early, 1-year anniversary. And then if that's not good enough for you, right, if that is not good enough for you, all of you who are listening right now, I've got backup. And that is, I got Mr. Paul Conqueso bringing the after party karaoke. So if you get a ticket to hybrid, you can get into karaoke for free. And we're doing a 90s style night. I'm saying we like I'm doing it. No, it's really Paul who's doing it. A 90s style night of karaoke is going to be a lot of fun. But later on, we're going to get to a few more poets. Then we're going to get to Paul. I think Paul is still here and he can talk about him itself. All right. We got so many awesome things going on. And then August 20th, the block party for free. We are shutting down the whole block. We're going to have an open mic out in the street. On one end of the corner, we're going to have bouncy houses and knocking the clown into the water. And then the other corner, we're going to have a DJ so you can drink and dance and whatnot. It's going to be from 11 to 5 p.m. With that being said, let's get back to the open mic because we came here for the poetry. And we are now going to a mainstay member of the Monday Night Online Open Mic, and on Thursdays, and that is Raw James. I'm trying to unmute you, man. I don't know if you see it. Wait, did we get it?
I got you.
There we go. Raw, it is a pleasure to see you as always, brother. Let the good folks know where they can find you online, and then we ready for your fire. A lot of pressure, Raw, right? So far, you've been dynamic with each poem, right? So I'm not putting any pressure on you.
No
Just want to let you know we expecting. You know what I'm saying? Like don't give me that. You come home with a 99 on your test. Nah, you've been getting 100s on every test. So I'm just letting you know. Let the folks know they can find you online too, man. Good to see you.
I'll put that in the chat. I mean, I got a couple of events coming up, but that I just want to say, first of all, shout out to you and your great hosting abilities and just keeping the vibe up. It's a lot of work to do. And so, much love to you, brother. Much love to you. I got 2 pieces. I know last week I kind of went the love way. I'm going back my serious, deep philosopher's way. I got 2 pieces I want to share, so I'm just going to shut up and get into it. First one is called Defined by Definition. And actually, this is not my brother who lives in Phoenix, because we were talking, and he's the one that inspired this piece. To nigger or not nigger? Negro, please. That was never the question. For I've always been, by definition, Black. So why is everyone hating on me? Did you know that the light cannot exist without me? I do not breathe in derogatory, nor do I bleed lazy. Twisted context that advertise the anxieties of a false sense of self. Your conquering deeds and greed distracted from the symptoms abnormal. The sword made you master. Whips and chains, tools used to humble the flesh. Words that taunt, cut to the bone as the fork-tongued saliva washed over the beast to soothe the savage. Blighted intelligence and misguided fate kept the man a boy and woman a girl. Now, let's fast forward to today's descendants who are no longer under the yoke of oppression. Many have fought the good fight so we could rise from the ashes. Every step closer to glory and the mountaintop, our rightful place. Forgiveness and healing takes time. The deconstruction of mental slavery is a process. Together, we define our humanity through reclaiming the kings and queens within. The ancestors smile upon the future as we reformat the power grid to release the guilt and shame that clouds truth. No more waiting for tomorrow, for today is just as good to unshackle context stain. No longer victims to deceit, manipulation, and coercion as we balance beliefs with the blinders of ignorance lifted. So no desegregated needing, for I am no polite and or fool's slang. I'm no junk bond or subprime, so lose the derivatives and own all of me, for I am by definition defined. I am a friend, a homie, family. I am Black embrace, peaceful by nature, civil in disobedience. I am Black, I am proud. I am not my nigger. I am. End of piece. And then this last one, it's not as long. It's called To Be Human. I don't know if I read this here before, but I was asked the other day if I was feeling burnt out. And while thinking, I reacted with a quick no. Why do you ask? As I pushed back at my friend's question. She said, don't get me wrong. You look good, but tired. My knee-jerk no was me being triggered. But why? Was there truth in what she had asked? And if so, why was I triggered? And if there was no truth, why did I get triggered? Truth be told, I am tired. I'm tired of the illusion, delusion, and the illusion of the fight. Women's issue, gender equality, indigenous rights, Black Lives Matter, religious freedoms, economic equality, sexual freedom, identity, politics, climate change, global warming, wealth gap disparity. Did I miss anything? All I see is humans denying humans. And that's what exhausts me. It drains my empathy like a vampire latched on my neck. I feel depleted of intellect as I wrestle with the big question nestled deep in my being. What does it mean to be human? Like somehow we're the cat's meow. From up looking down, no color could be seen or gender identified, just maybe a speck. Yet us versus them has us trapped in a prison of imaginary lines. Parliamentary democracy, republic, communism, green, liberal, libertarian, socialism, progressive. We're all under gravity's totalitarian control on this not so flat earth. Now, gravity may deny my ability to soar with the birds. And my eyes may not be as sharp as when I was a younger man, but I only see humans denying humans. So maybe I am tired. Maybe I am burnt out, but I still believe in the illusion. I haven't lost hope. What does it mean to be civilized and intelligent as we spin 460 meters per second in this, the paradox of the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful? To me, that's what it means to be human. End of piece. Thank you, poets.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Raw, yo.
Yeah.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. Excellent, excellent.
Such a
Go.
great
Talk that Black shit. Woo! Go, man.
Raw James, make sure you give that man five. Raw, put your information into the chat so the people can give you a follow. A mainstay member here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic. I remember the first time I saw him, it was on the Thursday Night Online Open Mic, and I kept saying, like, why isn't Mondays good enough? And then every Monday he has been here, and I'm so happy to have him, man. I love your energy. I love your writing, your style, voice, all of it, man. And of course, I appreciate a good-looking beard. I really do. You know, I am thinking about growing my beard back out like I had it and Mountain Man this winter, you know, but I don't know if I will survive. My lady's gonna cut me, she said, so we'll see. This is what I get for introducing her, like, to the Bronx style, right? So we're about to get to Liz Minette. you know, if you don't know Liz, she is the biggest partier out in Minnesota. It is why Minnesota is jumping. And of course, I love I don't know if that's her bedroom or living room or something, but that red and white, I love it. But right before we get to Liz, I want to bring on our producer, Mr. Ron Mark Thompson, who does so much work behind the scenes. He's also helping out with Hybrid. He's producing there. He's also helping out or co-producer with karaoke, our Wednesday shows, and he's also got things of himself that he's going on. Ron, let the good folks know what you got going on, man. It's a pleasure, of course, always having you every Monday. And yeah, I'm gonna shut up. Let's go, Ron. Take over.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Everyone, disregard the yellow lighting behind me. It's just that because I'm in my bedroom and like I have to turn that light off. So I know about lighting. It's wrong. I'm sorry about that. But yes, when I'm not working at the New Rican Poets Cafe, and I'm now not supposed to say, but hey, you gotta come Wednesday Poetry Slam, Saturday Hybrid, karaoke, all the good things. And if you can't make it in person, we all stream them online in Zoom. Just get your tickets and you too can see them. So that's with the New Rican Poets Cafe. If you can, I'm sorry. Besides that, personally, I am at Ron Mark Thompson on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I will put that in the chat. And I also run my own organization called Bronx Art and Fun Hub. I actually have my old sign here, which I haven't used for a while, at BXAFH. I have taken a little break from Bronx Art and Fun Hub like for the last month, but this month we're back with programs. By midnight tonight, I will put in the new writing workshops we're gonna add, and we have definitely, amazing coming up this fall. I know Emily and I have been speaking that she's gonna teach a theater writing workshop. We've been trying to do this for the last few months already. Emily, I know you've been so eager to do that. We will get to it. Thank you so much for still reminding me, and I'm so glad that you wanted to do that for us. All right, so enough about me. I'm just the producer here on the background, and I will now introduce Liz Manette, who, if my memory serves me right, is zooming in from Minnesota, proving that, is that correct? Yes?
Yeah, indeed. Yep.
Proving that the New Rican Poets Cafe has become national, international. We're so happy that we with us here every Monday now, it seems like, since you found us. So yes, for those who don't remember you from previous Mondays, please reintroduce yourself, any social media we may follow you at, and then go ahead with hopefully your cat theme poem. If not, that's okay. Go ahead, it's all yours.
Well, thank you. Let's see, Liz from Minnesota, and writer, and work at a community media center. And I do have a little bit of a cat themed poem, and it's called Piano. So, and I'll yes, Liz Soda. Yeah, thank you, Paul Skiff. Anyway, all right, here we go. Piano. Only the keyboard above water. Eric Harding is playing piano in his flooded house somewhere in Houston. Over the radio, the notes sound delicate and poignant, a weave of survival and half-note tears. After she died, the auctioneer's men chopped apart Connie's piano because they didn't want to haul it whole upstairs. It was the piano we as kids used to play on, plunking the stained keys that looked like wooden teeth and whose sounds were like a dying carousel. It was the piano because Connie wanted it. It was the piano Louise the cat would caress her long gray Siamese tail against, making the upright wood seem softer. The men now bring the piano, its body, out in trash bags, place it amidst other articles of a whole life displayed in the estate sale rain. Sad.
Okay. I'm with yourself.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Very sweet.
Lovely.
Well done.
Yeah.
Always good to hear you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Love it.
Unexpected ending. Well, thank you so much, Liz. I appreciate it. please, keep coming back every Monday. You can make it. We're so happy you're part of our community. I know in the chat, both in the public Zoom chat and privately to me, some of our attendees here have asked how can they get on the performance list for the hybrid open mic. The in-person, as we've done in the past few months, all you have to do is when you get your ticket at the door, or if you already bought your ticket online, when you show up, Advocate will have the sign-up list for you. Online, we are not taking official requests for a list today, but Advocate already is putting together a list of different performers he would like to see at our first year anniversary. I will let him know everyone who has reached out to me, which so far there have been 6 people so far who have reached out to me. I will give him the list as well, so hopefully we can squeeze you all in, because we all want you to be here with us on Saturday. So really cool that everybody keeps supporting us on Saturdays, every second Saturday of the month, hybrid open mic. All right, Daryl is next on our list, but I do not see him. So that means we're going to go straight to, if Daryl is here in the Zoom session with a different name, just let us know, let me know privately, or let us know in the chat. Other than that, we're going to go to Zomkonto, not Zoom Konto, Zomkonto. And remind me, you are zooming in from Canada.
From Windsor, Canada, yes.
Yes, okay. As I always tell, Advocate is the one with the amazing memory. He knows where everybody's zooming from. I'm only learning from him, from the great host, but Zomkonto, I'm so glad you were here with us. I know you performed in the hybrid as well, so hopefully maybe we'll see you this Saturday again. I'm glad you're here with us on Mondays. Go ahead, reintroduce yourself to everyone, and then the floor is all yours.
Okay, thank you. I'm Zomkonto. I'm from Zimbabwe, and I wrote 2 themes. And so this one is an ode to bullies. Calling me a pussy. Which one? I'm a lion all day, son. You must not head of my bloodline, royal feline from the house of Amangwane. Can't you see the mane? Are you fucking insane? Every strand of DNA in my follicle says that this hair is tentacled like pathways leading to the mouth of each cave of the entire Nguni royal house. This ain't Simba. This ain't Disney. The king don't fall from no cliff, you crazy? This is that lion paw. This is attached to its roar, thundering across the spine of buffaloes with a grip that echoes only death. The lion that put Samson in a headlock and stuffed his jaw with his dreadlocks. This ain't no game. Calling me a pussy must be out your fucking mind. It's barbarian, Siberian tiger lions in my grind. This ain't no Tiger King. We are untamed. This ain't no backward petting zoo trying to play God. These lions devour even peaceful Tibetan monks, have the Dalai Lama in shock. This ain't no tiger. Who you calling pussy, nigga? The goddamn nerve. I'm a panther, UAP blackness, T'Challa swerve. You calling the pot black while I move smooth to pounce on your hate because you expect me to somehow be insulted that you called me a pussy. But wait, you must not know much about felines, do you? Let me school you. You will need a whole lifetime. And I got all the time in the world and haven't lost any one of my 9, so I'll spare one. The Egyptians that you praise, imitating their hieroglyphics, worship cats so much you would have died for this shit that you're speaking, and who always land on our feet so you heathens can keep reaching, trying to grip onto something that your claws ain't mastered the balls to hold on to, because in reality, you pussy. Connect the dots. I can see a whole leopard in your spots, pussy. I can see a leopard in your spots, pussy. I can see a whole leopard in your spots, pussy. Thank you.
Unmute yourself, give it up for Zomkonto.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way down. Kill that.
Woo!
Ain't no game over here. Zomkonto, make sure that you go give him a follow. You can see it right there in his Zoom box, so you can give him a follow. This dude is fire, man. I love having you on here, Zomkonto. Thank you so much, brother. Can't wait to hear your next phone. Woo! For some reason, I guess because like people like to write and read and and the stereotype of poetry, people think that like poets are punks, man. I've seen it in the community. I don't like to bring out my Bronx side, but every now and then I've had to. So like that poem, that resonated with me, brother. Shout out to Some Conto, give him a follow. Also, shout out to Liz Minette, such a treasure in this community. I know she only comes like once or twice a month or whatever, but we love when we have her. I mean, listen, this woman is lighting up Minnesota. So like, what could we do? I hope that y'all giving Liz Minette a follow. And I want to unmute all of us and let's give some love and praise to our producer, Mr. Ron Mark Thompson. Unmute yourself, make some noise for You see the love that Ron gets. He is helping everyone with their shows. Like I don't know who he is not connected to. So he doesn't like to be called the sung hero of the community, but that's why I call him that, because it's like he's everywhere helping everyone. Appreciate you, Ron. Thank you so much, brother. All right, I've got 5 poets left to go. We've got Emily Cordes, we've got Umesh Mohikar, we got Joski C, we got Tabitha, and we got D. Allen. And in between them, like I promised, we're gonna get Paul Con Queso up here to talk to you about the karaoke after party, the 90s style. But right now, we are going to the woman in a wonderful headdress right there, and that is Emily Cordes. Emily, you must have done really well at your audition, because like you were just like shining today, like you are popping on camera, like the world is in the palm of your hands. It is good to see you. For those who don't know, we have our online open mics in part because of Emily. She worked behind the scenes at the New York Poets Cafe. She's no longer technically staffed, but she helped during the pandemic, and I still appreciate the work she's done for the cafe. And of course, I'm totally selfish, and I wish she would come back, but she's off auditioning and doing fantastic things, which is why you got to follow her. Emily, where can the people follow you? And then let's hear your poetry, sis.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. It's great to be back. I am postmodern.psyche on Instagram, Emily Cordes on Facebook. I will drop the links when I am finished. I got some new shit for you tonight on theme. This is called Kitten's Gate. It's in honor of a former friend whose birthday is today. Your spirit entered through the lion's portal. Happy birthday. May your day be sweet. I only spent it with you once in all our years of friendship. From illnesses to fights to absence, that gate kept on sticking. The stars, I find, would never quite align for you and me. You're still a child in many ways, though 5 years separate us. Wide-eyed despite the wounds that you've sustained. Sweet-faced and photogenic as the kitten you adopted. I sit here with my old girl, balding, anxious. You prance through endless carnivals, the lights and jingle, cotton candy haze intoxicating, and you the main attraction, blowing kisses, blown out mane tossed on display. A self-appointed ring mistress, cracked whips and rattling chains, forgetting junkie audiences just seek stimulation, collecting new stuffed animals, the pastel triumphs of a low-stakes game, small trophies brandished, just as soon abandoned, tramped in the dust of garbage-strewn midways. And now by choice we're distant, specters in each other's lives. You show up on my radar, in my newsfeed, just sometimes. Oft on the heels of idle thoughts through screen-shaped portals, pallid poltergeist I've accidentally summoned, carelessly invoked 3 times, like the Burton ghouls in last year's photos, leering smiles behind us as we shriek laughed, unfazed that day by silly childhood phantoms, as by your party's acid-fueled dramatics, bemused and buzzed enough on lighter stuff to just sit back, watch irises unfold kaleidoscopic, as you preened in sunflower fields midst nodding blossoms, queen's birthday crowned in rings of hazy gold. Embarrassed that I still get frightened after all this time when you emerge to rattle nerves, scratch windows, I forget. The keys and Palo Santo wands are mine, and I can banish like a mage, cut cords and close that door at any time. Your current flame seems nice enough, if photos can divine this. I hope to Goddess that he treats you right. Not like the Gothic goblins you adored despite abuse, Pluto's to your Proserpina, sucking sunshine from your life. Despite what's past, I'd still jump fire to save you. Rage righteously like Durga on her tiger. Avenging scourge like Sekhmet, but now I realize it never was my place to give unbidden the things for which your soul must journey inward, traversing through your private hell to find. May this year and this day bring transformation. May bridges raised to ashes light the way. May fires through which you pass turn into portals, and ones you set become new pyres sacred, and all life's immolations leave you less scarred and more changed, not just a kitten, but your lion's birthright, as fierce as you are tender, finding strength. Thank you.
Woo! Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Emily.
Amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. Such amazing writing. Amazing writing.
Lovely pen. Beautiful, beautiful pen.
Emily Cordes, postmodern.psyche. Go give her a follow on Instagram. She is not only a curator, producer, writer, and poet, but she's an actress. So make sure that you go check her out. She has done a lot of theater plays behind the scenes, in front of it, with the New Yo, and definitely a lot outside the New Yo. Hopefully more with the New Yo in the future. So make sure you go check her out. And she didn't even talk about her stylish hat. So if you want to go find out about the stylish hat, make sure that you go and give her a follow. Be like, girl, where'd you get that? I want that too. Emily Cordes, mainstay here at the Monday Night Online Open Mic. Shout out to some people who came in a little late, like Marsha Rivera. Marsha, I hope you're proud of me. I got my girl a fitted, and I'm making her wear it low. All right. Shout out to Marsha Rivera, and of course to my man out in Wisconsin, Mr. DG Clearing. Miss you, man. He was out here I think last month and a half ago at the New Rican Poets Cafe. This dude is tall, taller than me. All right. And I'm used to people saying, I didn't realize you'd be that tall, Wordz. I'm like 6'1". Y'all be thinking I'm 5'8". I don't know why, but nonetheless, DG Clearing's taller than me. Dude's like 6'3". All right, let's keep it moving. Next coming up, we are going out to India with my man Umesh Mohikar, who is a published author, and he also hosts his own open mics on Saturday mornings. Well, Saturday morning for us in New York City. But he'll be able to tell you about it. Umesh, let the people know where they can find you online, and then we ready for your poetry, brother. A pleasure to see you as always.
Hey, Advocate. Hello, everyone. I'm Unmesh Mohitkar on Facebook and Instagram. I've got open mic Let's Unmesh live every Saturday, 11:30 a.m. New York time. Please do join. And thanks, New Rican Cafe, Advocate of Word, La Bruja, RMT for the support and encouragement they have provided me from last 2 years. Thanks a lot. You are amazing. And here we go. Tired of fights, one-upmanship, tit for tat, blood for blood. What is in it for me? Everybody gets wet when it rains. Flood of emotions spares no one. Battered, bruised, pounded, I fight my own battles. Refuse to be part of herd of cattle. Left my herd long back, now alone, abandoned, deserted. Little wobble, slight totter. Still see the horizon, stunning vistas, lovely sights, alluring morning, dazzling evening. I get up, get going. History might not mention me, but this story is mine, and the world is mine, and the world is mine. Thank you. I got one more very short one. Obstacle, failure, breakdown. Stumbling, falling, rising, falling again. Deepens my love story with myself. Deepens my love story with myself. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Umesh Mohikar.
Love you, love story with myself. Nice ending. Nice ending.
Unmesh Mohikar, who gives life to every single syllable that he utters. Appreciate having this dude around. Make sure that you go give him a follow. You know, I mean, look, like he does his poetry thing when he's not like skydiving or parasailing or climbing down ropes into like the abyss of caves or everything, you know, or hanging out with his kids. Umesh Mohikar, our brother out in India. Thank you, man. I appreciate you so much. Also, shout out to, I can't believe I didn't mention Poetic, who has been here out in Japan. We are known in Japan because of this dude. Appreciate you, Poetic. I hope all is well with you as well. I got to tell you, if you haven't noticed by now, even if this is your first time here at the community, what I like a lot about this community too is everyone has their own voice, right? Like sometimes, like as a show of appreciation, we may mimic each other's kind of style, but for the most part, all of our poets are like, this is my voice and I'm gonna work on strengthening my own voice, and that is what I want here, and I love it. I love it. All right, so I'm about to get to Joski. All right, listen. I gotta give y'all a moment to prep, right? We're gonna unmute Paul here so he can talk about this karaoke whatnot, okay? But after that, we're gonna get to Joski. While we're listening to Paul, I want everyone to prepare yourself, because after you hear Joski, you're gonna want to smoke a doobie and then start a revolution, because that is what Joski does, man. All right. That being said, let's first go to Mr. Paul Conqueso, brother. A pleasure to see you as always. Let the good folks know what they can experience at the karaoke, the after party. Talk to us about it, Honey Trap.
Lit, yeah. This Saturday, August 13th, at the New Yorican Poets Cafe karaoke after party. You can look at my brother Elemental's background for a slight sample. Mariella was up on stage last time she was in the States. She's going to be there. Advocate's going to be there. We're going to see if we could get him intoxicated enough to pull him up on stage. We'll see. But it's going to be a hashtag 90s night. It's 90s theme. Whether you're in Zoom or you're in the cafe yourself, come dressed like it's the 90s. Come with songs prepped from the 90s. It's going to be a 90s vibe. Y'all are going to decide where we go with our next theme for next month. But I'm real hyped because not only is it the 1-year anniversary of the hybrid show, but it is, I believe, our 5th or 6th month running karaoke. Whatever. We're going to blow them all out of the water. This August, we're going to end this Hot Poet Summer Part 2 with the best karaoke after party we've ever had. And we need all y'all to come out and show out for it. Come in, get real nice with us, and then you can not embarrass yourself, not ruin your political prospects, because who the fuck wants to be a politician these days anyway? I'll take being a karaoke star over that. If y'all want to come vibe with us, August 13th from 9:30 to 1 a.m.
Make sure that y'all come out. You know what? That is funny, right? Because like you said, like 5-6 months ago, we wound up connecting the two events. So now there's going to be a time we're going to tell people, hey, come out. It's the 1-year anniversary of karaoke. Great marketing. I didn't even think about it, but it's going to be great marketing. Make sure you give Paul a follow at Paul Conqueso. Okay, look, if we get 80 people in the New Yorican Poets Cafe, I will sing at karaoke. But we got to get 80 people into the cafe. Then I'll sing, all right? So Invite your friends, invite your partner's side piece, invite your cousin, invite your former landlord. Let's all get them in the New York, and then we'll sing. Paul's going to do a head count. All right, Paul. But it doesn't count. The New York staff doesn't count. Okay, Paul, the New York staff, because there's going to be like 10 people from the New York staff there that night. So and that means there would only be 70 people. No, we're not counting New York staff. All right. With that being said, people said that I should have braced you for Paul. Sorry, I probably should have braced you for Paul, but you could be mad at me about that, but I've already braced you for Joski C. I've already braced it. And one of the things, you know what I love too, Joski, not only your hair, not only that you're starting revolutions, even though people are smoking doobies. How are people getting high and doing anything with their life? I don't understand. But I also love the setup that you have in your room. It is like, I feel like when I'm looking at you, I'm in a black box theater, ready to listen to music and all that. Nonetheless, for those who don't know, Joski C is a mainstay member on Thursdays because he sings a lot, he plays instruments and whatnot. That's what we do on Thursdays with Ray Jane at 9 p.m. Make sure y'all check that out. But Joski, I'm ready for your poetry, and Joski as well submitted to the anthology. So just to let y'all know, in case you didn't know, if we're going to have some Revolution and Mary Jane smoking in our book, we do, because Joski C is there. All right, I'm stolen enough. Brother, it's good to see you. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Advocate. I'm glad to hear that you got that. You know what? I forgot to sign my poems.
It's okay. Don't worry. We'll get it in. We'll get you in. I'll hit you up.
I appreciate it. This is called surgery. I said to the doctor, I'm empty and cold. She peeped through the incision like a butcher's window, saw organs hung like frozen meats, shaved ice like rosé sleet piled beneath the surgeon's hands. She is shivering, uncomfortable, but I warned her not to diagnose the winter longings of the old. And this refers to, in the middle of the United States Senate is a huge marble desk. Marble desk behind the dais, white lines, dark stone, chest x-ray pattern like ARDS, severe disease, COVID lungs. In a Senate infected with arrogance, cowardice grows, Mets to bone, twisted snakes, lines in stone, as rock-solid evidence refutes the lie of the despot. And lastly, so Texas commissioned a report on what on the slaughter of school children in Uvalde, and they came back and said there were multiple systemic failures. So that's what this is called. Failure of locks, failure of keys, failure of feet, failure of knees, failure of weather, failure of sun, everything but the gun. Failure of mind, failure of heart, failure of cells blown apart, failure in uniform, see how they run, everything but the gun. Failure of rhythm, failure of tone, failure of vessels, failure of bone, failure of cops, see how they run, everything but the gun. Failure of governor, failure of state, failure of love to stifle hate, failure to stifle hate with a rifle, everything but the gun.
Woo!
Unmute yourselves. Give it up for Joski C.
Yeah.
Wow. Give something to the words. That's so amazing.
Powerful.
Amazing. Amazing.
Joski C, brother, put your info in the chat so the people know where they can give you a follow. A mainstay member of this community, normally with a guitar, but I like him too with his poetry, and he's just like, I'm gonna let my lyrics carry it tonight. I'm gonna just let my words carry it tonight. I appreciate you a great deal, brother. Joski C, make sure that y'all go and give this dude a follow. All right, we down to our last two poets, and of course, we gotta go to the Bronx. Bronx all day. We going with Tabitha, who's actually been doing incredibly well within the workshop series we do on every Sunday, even though like every now and then, like she likes to remind me she doesn't like me. Damn it, Advocate. But can we do it like this? Can we do it like that? Can we, can I tell you, Tabitha, too, right? I'm putting my girl on Front Street right now. Me and her have been talking about you, and we've been talking about like over the last half of the year, like we have seen like a great deal of growth from you. You know, like we are seeing it. I'm seeing the changing in the writing and everything. Like you were awesome before. I'm not saying that you weren't awesome before, but I'm saying that like you still putting in that work. You can tell like you still taking it serious and diving deeper. And I just want to shout that out, man. Like we's watching you. The people's talking about you, Tabitha. I hope they talking about you this Saturday. I hope you come out. Nonetheless, go ahead, girl. The floor is yours. Let the people know where they can find you online. Then let's hear that fire.
Thanks, Advocate. I'm Tab001 on Instagram. Thanks, Mariella. I appreciate your love. I want to say that actually Advocate is an amazing teacher. His workshop on Sundays will push you, will stretch you. You come out with a better pen, a better voice. It's so worth the investment in yourself. Thank you, Ron, for putting your foot in my ass today. I was running a little late. He sent me a polite text like, "Where are you?" I started running home. I'm gonna rock out with a short piece. It's a nasty experience I had, like working with other people. I'm not sure if this poem is done. I just kind of wanted to hear it so I can know where to build from it. I thank you for your space. All right, I'm a rock. The strange. Over nothing says we are not entitled. Face of cold standing like troops. A new training as to what's the difference between this desk and that desk and the billing aspect. She will reply, Medicaid is for the poor and care helps the elderly. I look closely to track the movement of her eyes. Does she know we work in the same? With companies, headings, and titles randomly spelled, knowledge is not wisdom. She takes the left of her party and places it on a similar example. She asks, have you seen where these people live? Her in her cape head and her knee-high dress. I wonder who these people is that she's talking of. Tongue of my mother has never been kept in the bottom of silence, but at the tip of a strong hand. This place of income has shorted me the assurance of proper care. The tales of her setting her GPS in another direction just to avoid the unknown, like people of a different finances are not worth respect and word. This motion that have spoke constantly, a story read in a children's eye, has grown the heart of her mother's teaching. One that has parted a nation due to race, finance, and gender. She have smiles, and I politely walk away. That's the end for my piece. I thank you, Advocate. You're amazing teacher. I can't say that enough.
Ooh. Unmute yourselves and give it up for Tabitha.
Tab.
Yeah, Tab.
That piece is cooking. That piece is cooking. Put it on simmer. You got it.
Make sure that you go give Tabitha a follow. Tabs, make sure you put the info into the chat so that people know where to give you a follow. Mr. Joski C, I've been hitting you up. Are you still there? I would like you to close us out with the Good Night Sweet Poet poem. I just emailed it to you. Where are you? Turn on your camera. Where you at? Where you at? Is he? Where is he? Wait. Oh, did he leave? Because I don't see D. Allen, who is next. Oh, he's there? All right. I just emailed it to you. Open your email, all right? I'm going to stall for a bit. I'm gonna let you get to your email. D. Allen isn't here, so that means I have some extra time. And I wasn't gonna really do this, but I guess that I can perform a poem, even though it's gonna be like totally off topic right now. I'm just doing this to like stall for some time. People know that I usually don't perform when I'm hosting. Nonetheless, I'm going to share a poem with you and give Mr. Joski C some time to get that email. So. It's as if she could walk on air. Her voice alone would make people move, smile, and laugh, even those who don't understand a single word she's saying. She puts the river in my torso and waterfalls in my eyes, running vibrations through my arteries, pumped out of my chakras, calling on all my primal and spiritual instincts. She is sequacious. She is possessive. She is salsa. I began studying her language on my own. Over the course of burnt books and charcoal artistry, I found remnants of the childhood of her grandparents. Gramps in his Bantu dialect was learning how to harness these drums called a makuta, a yuka, and bembe. Grandma was charming la clave and teaching wires how to manipulate sound. They had met during the slave trade that took the indigenous population of Hispaniola over the Congo and took people from West Africa over to Latin America. They found rhythm in the ocean. Abuelito's percussions would ward off evil spirits, and Abuelita's melody would string along good luck and peace. The courting period lasted for centuries. In the late 1800s, Spanish colonial rule over the island we now know as Cuba banned all African instruments. Thus, the Ngoma drum had to be remade, remixed, refurnished, and today we call that drum the conga, paying homage to the homeland of its forefathers. Half a century later, crony capitalists fell victim to its seduction. Now, the music didn't assimilate, but it got its American roots during the Prohibition era. Rich United States citizens would fly down to the Caribbean so that they could legally drink, and the bars would showcase our culture's art. The Yankee had to have it. A few official and unofficial occupations later, a few official and unofficial drafts into the war later, and these same palms that have been keeping my people in rhythm and tune was brought to New York City to shine its streets paved with gold. Most fight fire with fire. We have always battled the enemy with love. This music was our Jackie Robinson, breaking segregated barriers before there was Don Omar or Mark Anthony or Rico Suave. It was Tito Puente, Tito Rodriguez, Miguelito Valdez, and the rapid tides of racism started to shift, and the whites-only Palladium opened its doors to the cha-cha, the Argentine tango, the Cuba, rumba, racango, and mambo, which all began to blend and created salsa. Y canto la vida de risas y penas, de momentos malos y de cosas buenas. It defined mi corazón, la alma y amor of who I am. I am a bard on the dance floor, leading the revolution with every turn that I make. And I invite all of you to just enjoy one of the many great flavors of my culture, salsa. So that's my poem, Salsa.
Wow. Unmute yourself and give it up for
Advocate. That was a rich.
Yeah,
That was a rich.
Wow.
That's
amazing. Yes.
Wow.
Appreciate y'all very much. I don't normally perform on the Monday night like when I'm hosting, because y'all hear my voice all night long, you know what I'm saying? But we had some time right there. I thought D. Allen was here. I was about to hit up Joski C, use that time to get over to Joski. But yeah, I hope it worked out. Hope y'all enjoyed it. So NewYorican.org. Please check it out. If you cannot wait till next Monday for another open mic, if you cannot wait till Saturday for this hybrid for the open mic, because that will be on Zoom and streaming on YouTube or Facebook. Thursday night at 9 p.m., Ray Jane will host the Thursday night online open mic. We got music, poetry, comedy. It's a beautiful thing. I work behind the scenes, so I'm always there. I'm loving it. Make sure that you check that out. NewYorican.org. So, with that being said, I am now going to be quiet and because thank y'all for listening to my voice all night long. Thank y'all for sharing your poetry all night long. I really enjoyed myself. But like, we really about community here, and I always like to end with the voice of someone from the community. So I'm gonna ask to unmute Mr. Joski C for him to take us home. Joski, take us home, brother.
Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for sharing what you've written. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Good night, sweet poet. May your dreams be as imaginative as tonight's poems. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for inviting the spirit of Miguel Algarin into your home. This has been the Monday Night Online Open Mic, presented by the NewYorican Poets Cafe, hosted by Advocate of Wordz. On behalf of the community tonight, I, Joski C, would like to say, good night, sweet poet.